Hi, everyone. I just wanted to add a couple of comments here. Uh, as I said, Bentham was originally critiqued and somewhat attacked for possibly being a hedonist. That means only pleasure seeking. But the principle of utility from utilitarianism really means that he was not necessarily promoting only pleasure. He was promoting a type of happiness. So, as Mill pointed out, the second philosopher who came along and tried to help him out, utility refers to presence of pleasure and absence of pain, in as much as we can make that happen. So, lots of medical decisions can be made using a utilitarian model. For example, let's say I have to decide with my grandma. She's in a lot of pain and she's got end stage cancer. I have to decide, is it best for the greatest number of people involved to help her pass on to the next life? Or is the greatest good for all of us the least amount of pain to keep her alive, right? And so these are how we weigh these types of things. So I want you to be thinking about those. Be thinking about how both Bentham and Mill were really trying to create some sort of objective way to make decisions about really hard things. So again, the fundamental doctrine, what we'll think about the most, is promotion of happiness. And I realize sometimes we make decisions and they're moral dilemmas. Either way we go, there's going to be some crummy stuff that happens. There will be some disappointment. There will be some emotional or physical pain. But what's the least amount of pain and the most amount of happiness we can gain in the outcome, right? And so for the utilitarian, actions are morally right or correct insofar as they promote the most happiness. They're wrong if they do otherwise. And there again, by happiness, we mean presence of pleasure or not awful suffering and the least amount of awful suffering. So we hope, Mill says, we hope that we've come up with something that clarifies. We're looking at higher standards, more specific to humans, right? So in your case, you're choosing to go to college, as I was saying before, and that's a little painful. You have to do a lot of reading. You might have to write a paper. You may have to come to class. You have to post discussions if you're taking an online class, right? But you can do that as a human because you can see ultimately the long-term goal is going to benefit you. And lots of people will benefit. Not just you, your family, the workforce, right? Disadvantages or some drawbacks to utilitarianism and this principle of utility is it might be difficult to measure. Some people may not have the same definition of pleasure as you or happiness, or there might be competing conceptions of happiness. I could say to you, I'm really happy when I have a lot of time off and a lot of money. So maybe I should just rob a bank and quit my job. Well, that is a competing conception of happiness. And we'd have to talk about which one is better, right? And then small numbers get left out. As you are going to see, you're going to watch a video about a lifeboat situation. Think about the small number. Even though this group of people was using the principle of utility and thinking about the outcome, a small number gets left out. That can be a problem. Okay? So have fun when you're thinking about these things. I hope you do. Also be thinking about whether everyone can be a utilitarian. Can the whole world be utilitarians and can we come to the same conclusions? What is involved? This is a fairly easier theory to conceptualize and to think about. And I think most of us have used it before, but we're not sure that it's going to result in everyone deciding the same thing all the time and not consistently. Okay? So again, have fun thinking about these things, and I'll see you soon.